know that we have a student class president who is going to do the welcome. I just wanted to very quickly let you know that we are going to have to deviate from the agenda of the program that you have just a little bit tonight. The reason for that is, luckily and thankfully, we have a girls softball team that is involved in a regional tournament tonight. We have two young ladies who wanted to receive their...
After 4 years as students at North Central High School, we find ourselves at the end of a very long road, and the beginning of a journey, one which may lead each of us to many different and unique places. We are at a point of reflection, to look back on 4 years of fun, friends, and memories. From Mr. Story's favorite song, Way Down Yonder on the Chattahoochee, to the fearless law keepers of the KCHS hallways. We've seen the beginning of a new era in Knox Central history. We are the last of the first, the only class left from this building's first year. Although we've had some hard times, it's been a fun ride. From the beginning of freshman year, we could smell the sweet scent of progress until the aptly named smell reared its ugly head. The most memorable moment of this year was the protest at the flagpole. Way to use your First Amendment rights. Yeah. It took a couple of months before the mistake in the building's ventilation was fixed and the smell dissipated, but we haven't had any more catastrophes that big since. Happily. This year was a major cornerstone in Knox Central history because all 4 classes joined as one to fight for their rights. Even after punishment was served, those who were bold enough to walk out of class and fight the system will always be remembered. We will also miss the wacky late bells Mr. Story used, the teachers like Miss Jackson who left after that year ended, and the simple days as freshmen. We also miss Mr. Story, who was replaced after this year ended by Mr. Tim Roark. Sophomore year was just as eventful as the first, with drug scandals, hilarious interruptions, and much more. As mentioned prior, Mr. Roark took up the post of head principal, a true challenge for anyone when faced with the students of Knox Central. During this year, drug awareness was considered a major theme, from police concert at the anti-drug rally to Tyler Dunn's outburst at the drug assembly. There was also the infamous fight after the football game with Rockcastle. After a 14-point loss, a sickening disappointment which led to an even more sickening brawl. And to think, they try to keep violence out of schools. To finish the year, Miss Williams brought us a new tradition, the school-wide talent show, which featured Triple Threat, the greatest dancing sensation to hit Knox County. Our junior year sure was a sad one. From day one, the science department searched for a proper replacement for Mr. Jeremy Smith, failing time and time again. After several attempts, they succeeded and kept one until the year's end. Meanwhile, in the math department, Mr. Melton was promoted, leaving an empty space in the teaching staff. This space would soon be filled by one Jason Davis. Sadly, Mr. Davis would not last through the year's end. On an even sadder note, we lost 2 beloved classmates, Rebecca Sue Klug and Ronnie Miller. They are and will remain sorely missed. Rebecca's softball jersey was retired shortly after in her honor. On the happier side of things, we saw the expansion and return of Triple Threat, which grew from 3 to 7 members in 1 year. They wowed us yet again, and at the second annual talent show, sponsored by the Read, Learn, and Serve Club, which was sponsored by Ms. Pope. Senior year now comes to a close. Man, has it been long. We've had some laughs, a few tears, and made plenty of friends. We were given so many new classes and so many rules. The on-call police were established to prevent skipping and damage to the bathrooms, and have been extremely strict. Doug Shields and Teresa Logan, later deemed Reba, when she dyed her hair red, have grown not only in authority, but in the amount of respect students feel for them. At Christmas, we were gifted with a concert by the entire teaching staff, Christmas carols. And Mr. Hubbard, falling off the risers. Smooth move, Mr. H. Our senior trip was replaced by a day at Kings Island, and we missed school for an extra month, which meant no spring break and school until June. What a downer. And here we stand at the year's end, friendship strong and minds molded. And I'd just like to say, in the great words of our class president, Tyler Dunn, live it up!